Hey, good morning, 10-day clean eating challengers. This is Tracy coming from you from Alpena, Michigan. I'm sitting here in my home office, and many of you have been asking about clean eating tips and what exactly is clean eating. So I know that the challenge is almost over with, but I know that we all plan on proceeding and continuing with this afterwards. So I just wanted to create a video for you so that you knew exactly what clean eating was. At least my strategies here will hopefully help you categorize your food a little bit more and help you find that focus for the clean eating. So anyways, I want you to think of a stoplight. And I'm taking this analogy from Chalene Johnson's book called Push, 30 Days to an Organized You. And so I want you to think of a stoplight here when it comes when you're thinking about food and in terms of food. So obviously a stoplight, you've got green, right? Green means go. So these are the foods that are certainly, that are good for you, all right? That you can have unlimited quantities of. When you're thinking of yellow, it means proceed with caution. These are the foods that certainly make you stop and think a little bit, and you kind of tread water when you're eating them. You're like, it's probably good for me, but there might be something that's a little bit better. Your red foods are the foods that are stop, all right? You got to stop and you really got to think about, okay, do I need this or do I not need this? Is this food good for me? Is it not good for me? Stop, think about it, and you probably want them only in minimal quantities. So anyways, let's go and talk about our green foods here. Our green foods are those nutritious foods. They're foods that you look at and you look at the package, you look at the food, you look at the content of it, and you're like, wow, this is loaded with nutrition. All right, for those of you drinking Shakeology, that is definitely a green food. It's got 70 vitamins, minerals, and nutrients in it. All right, now let's look at a bag of pretzels. All right, what nutrient value is in that bag of pretzels? It's got calories, right? It's got some fat, it's got some carbs. Really not a lot of other nutrients in it, okay? So that's really not probably the most nutritious food. Now, if you compare pretzels to maybe some rice chips or some quinoa chips, of course, the chips probably aren't great for us, but they might have a little bit more nutrient value to them, such as your protein in them, and your complex carbs and things like that. So looking at obviously the nutrient value of our foods, our fruits and our vegetables are golden here. Those have tons of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients in them. So green foods are good. Some examples of these foods are, I'm looking at, foods that I eat on a regular basis. They're my lentils, it's my quinoa, it's my fruits and my vegetables, it's my eggs, it's my water. My steel cut oats, my lean proteins. And when I'm talking lean proteins, with that, I mean, think about the fewer the legs the animal has, the better. So fish has 0 legs. Fish is a really lean protein. It's super good for you. Chicken, turkey, another really lean food. It has 2 legs. So it's a lean protein. You get into the 4-legged animals, and obviously your venison and your bison is probably the leanest versus the cow. But just making choices wisely there. Anyways, tofu, tempeh, your black beans, your lentils, your Greek yogurt. I put on my list my almond yogurt. I put on my raw nuts, my almond milk, my hummus, salsa. Those types of foods are all green category foods. Now, when you're looking at green category foods, you can definitely make green category foods turn into a red category food, right? If I take my steamed broccoli that I love to eat, that's a green food. But if I add lots of butter to it, or if I add cheese to it or something like that, now all of a sudden it becomes a red food. So green zone foods really help you sustain your energy. They make you feel healthier overall. They make your skin feel good. They make your body feel good. And they just give you that energy that you need to get through an everyday life. Just making sure here I don't have anything else here in green zone. I think that's about it on green zone that I wrote down for what my takeaway is on green zone. Okay, now we're moving into our yellow zone foods. So yellow zone, looking at these are the foods that you're proceeding with caution. They may be moderately nutritious, but you definitely there's probably something better out there. So there's probably something in the green zone that you can substitute for it that could make it a little bit better. These foods, obviously might be healthy, but they have that healthier alternative. They're foods that you won't hurt you in a small dose, but if you continue to eat them on a regular basis or you continue to have them, they're really not providing your body with any nutrient value. So examples of my yellow zone foods that maybe I like to eat sometimes might be deli meat, all right, any soy-based product, low-fat granola. Who doesn't like to mix granola in with their yogurt or something like that? You've got honey. You've got rice cakes and pretzels. I put in that category. Tuna salad, baked chips, 0-calorie drinks, ketchup, syrup, any of your soft cheeses that you might like to put on a sandwich. Juice, all right? Now I'm not talking fresh squeezed juice. I'm talking regular store-bought juice concentrate. Thin crust pizza would be on this category. Turkey bacon or bacon period. Diet sodas. Those are all on my yellow zone category foods. All right, so you're proceeding with caution with those yellow category foods. Now, red zone foods, this doesn't mean that you can never eat them, because if I told you that you could never have that chocolate chip cookie that you love to make or that your mother loves to make or grandmother loves to make, you'd be like, oh my gosh, is she crazy? What is she talking about? So red zone foods, it doesn't mean that you can never have them. It just means save them for special occasions. Save them for, that once a week, once a month occasion. It doesn't mean you have to have them every day. It doesn't mean you have to have them every other day. It doesn't mean that you have to stock them in your house and just have them whenever you feel the need to, or you're having that craving for it. All right. So red zones, proceed with caution. These are just foods that make you stop and think. They're foods that make you kind of feel icky on the inside. I know that, if I have too much pizza, my stomach hurts. I know for me personally, I've cut out dairy recently, that if I have too much dairy in my diet, my stomach really hurts. If I have foods that have too much sugar in them, it makes my stomach hurt. So just being careful and proceeding with caution with these foods. Eat them rarely, but how rarely depends on what your own priorities are. So being careful with those. Examples of red zone foods that you want to look at would be cookies, cupcakes, chips, alcohol, onion rings, French fries, white bread, ice cream. I'm looking at my list here of things that I do like, but I know that I really shouldn't have. Grilled cheese, hash browns, tater tots, donuts, creamy salad dressings, fried foods of any sort, hot dogs, mac and cheese, bratwurst. Turkey brats might be a yellow zone, but if you're having just a regular Johnsonville brat, probably not the best. Hamburgers from any sort of restaurant, unless you're getting like a turkey burger or black bean burger or a bison burger, you know what kind of meat it is. So being careful with that. Those are example of my red zone foods. And like I said, looking at them, we're always going to have some sort of get together happening with friends, family members. It's always going to be a coworker's birthday. There's always going to be treats in the office. There's always going to be something. But if we had a treat for every single time that there was something going on, it really doesn't make it feel like it's a special occasion anymore. You really have to look at, okay, I just had a cupcake 2 days ago for so-and-so's birthday. Do I really need it today? Or I just had, a glass of wine yesterday for my birthday. Now it's, a friend's birthday. Do I really need it again? Or, coming home from work and feeling the need to have that alcoholic beverage just because I'm stressed out. Can you really only save it for special occasions or special times? And, think about it. One time a week, one time a month, look at those red zone foods, because even just thinking about it sometimes makes my stomach hurt when I think about a red zone food, but oh man, it just tastes so good, right? I know after I run a half marathon, there's the sound of a fried food sounds really good. Oh, I want to go get those French fries. But then afterwards, I'm like, why did I do that, right? My stomach hurts because of it. So red zone foods, small quantities. Think about, when do you really need them? When do you want them? Make your decision in this zone and do it for you. So think about, what is it really doing for you? All right. Final tips here. Final tips on green, yellow, and red. All right. The closer a food is to its natural state, obviously the better it is for you. So if it's coming from the ground or the earth, obviously it's going to be super healthy. If it's been processed in a plant or genetically engineered, all right, it's probably not the greatest. So I want you to think about, is it coming from the earth? Is it coming from the ground? Is it coming from the animal? How is it, being made? And that's probably a green food if it's coming directly from that. If it's being processed in any way, shape, or form, it's either going to be in that yellow or that red. All right, I hope that makes sense. Number two, the fewer the ingredients has on the back of it, on the nutritional label, the fewer ingredients an item has, the better it is for you. If it's natural, it's not going to have, a lot of processed ingredients added to it. But if it's, hey guys, so wrapping up here, I went over already before my camera shut off. The closer the food is to its natural state, the better. Number two was the fewer ingredients the item has, the better. It just means that there's less processed stuff in it. So look at those nutrition labels, look at those ingredients, look at what's in it, how many ingredients it has, and the lesser the better. And then the last one is everything you put into your body is by choice. All right, so think about the choices that you're making, and all choices have some sort of consequences with them, but obviously really think twice about every single food that you put into your body. Is it really good for me? Is it not? All right, I hope this video helps you. I hope it helps to break it down into green, yellow, and red. What I want you to do, and anyone that replies back to this post, we'll give you 5 bonus points. All right, we'll give you 5 bonus points for this challenge if you complete and you post in here your own green, yellow, and red category foods from foods that you ate during this challenge. All right, foods that you ate during this challenge. Now, your green foods, in the end, when we're looking at our list, should be about 80% or better. All right, 80% or better of all foods on your list when you categorize them out should be in that green zone. So I want you to take a look at the foods that you've ate over the last 8 days here and categorize them into green, yellow, and red, and then post them in this group. I want to see them. Post them in the bottom here in this comment section, your own green, yellow, and red foods from the foods that you've ate over the past 10 or 8 days here. I guess there's 2 more days, today and tomorrow, of the challenge. But if you reply back and you comment and you post on your own green, yellow, and red, we'll give you 5 bonus points. So have a great day, challengers. Of course, always ask us questions, and we'll keep you posted. Amanda and I have some fun stuff planned, and hopefully we can keep this going. So until next time, have a great Tuesday, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.